Today marks the 1-year anniversary of our very first Typewriter Minutes video. Happy anniversary, everyone.
Okay, back to business.
Hello, this is Eli from Typewriter Minutes. According to the dictionary, on the case is a phrase that means actively engaged in an official investigation or in the process of dealing with a particular situation or task. When we found a local typewriter for sale recently, we were on the case in more ways than one.
Welcome back to Typewriter Minutes. This is Sam. Today we're doing a review of a 1954 sapphire gray Smith Corona Silent Super. Now, you may remember that I already did a review of my 1956 Smith Corona Silent Super in desert sand, but this one's a little different. Today we're going to show you some different features and a special case.
This Smith Corona was a local Craigslist find, and we'll do a quick tour of the body. Normally, gray typewriters aren't my favorite, but the way the green contrasts with the gray, I think it really makes it pop. We really like the looks of this one. It's got the green ruler bars there, and the green stripes and the green keys. Just makes it look really nice, and the green platen knobs. So we'll do a quick tour. When we got this, some of the type bar linkages were off. I had to repair that. Had a broken mainspring. I haven't been able to fix the mainspring, but I did a transplant and took a mainspring from a similar 1950s Smith Corona, and now it's typing like a dream. We took it completely apart, gave it a full clean, and it's looking really good.
Let's show you some differences we found between the two models. For one thing, there's a dedicated 1 and exclamation mark key
On your 56 model.
but on this one, it's not there.
All right, so to do a exclamation mark or a 1, you have to use the lowercase l for the 1, and then to make an exclamation mark, you have to use the apostrophe and then backspace and a period.
The other differences we've noted is that this one has a plus and equal key, but on this one, it's not there.
All right, so two differences on the keyboard.
And finally, on this model, the Smith Corona logo was located at the top, but this one, it's at the bottom.
So they moved the logo down a little bit. Otherwise, been looking at the two, and mechanically they appear to be identical, other than those differences that we noted. Both have excellent typing action. They're one of our favorite typewriters to type on. Okay, just a quick recap of some of the features on a Silent Super.
The machine is a basket shift, which makes it easy on the pinkies. It has a backspace button, tab, clear, set, and margin release.
So tab set and tab clear, you find that on the Silent Super model. Some of the models from the same era, like the Sterlings, don't have the key set tabulator. You have to go back and set the tabs back here, but the Silent Super model allows you to do that with these little key sets. What do we have right here?
We have the manual ribbon reverse mechanism, and we have the
Stencil color selector for black, stencil, or red. And then under this very cool looking hood, what do we have right there?
we have the
Tension adjustment. Makes it slightly easier or more difficult to push the keys down.
I don't know why, but I can never tell the difference.
It's a subtle difference, but on some machines it's easier to tell, some it's more difficult. It does have manual ribbon reverse, like Sam said. It also has automatic ribbon reverse, and you have to have eyelets on these ribbons, and when it gets to the end of the spool, the little eyelet comes out, triggers this little fork here, and then makes it start going the other direction. I have this cool little green ruler under here, and it allows you to see where you are on this through this little window right there. So if you're tabbing over, you can see exactly where you are, which is kind of cool. All right, we have
Here we have a platen knob.
So we got the platen knob, carriage release lever, Got one of those on each side.
Paper bail.
Paper bail with this
It
nice.
can even extend out, which is nice.
Yeah, it goes this way and up, which is kind of cool. This has the little paper fingers. If you want to move all these, or move the two paper fingers all the way in, you can put little cards under there to type on the cards, and it holds it close to the platen. What do we have here?
We have the paper release.
Paper release to scoosh the paper around.
And we have the margins.
Sliding margin sets.
And the bunny ears, aka the paper support.
Yeah, this was caved in a little bit when I got it. It had to do with some slight forming, also known as bending, so that this would move in and out freely. So now it's working like a charm. Here we have the little vents on the back with the Smith Corona Made in USA logo.
As we showed you earlier.
This slot here is to hold it in the case, which we'll show you in just a minute.
Here's another carriage release.
Another carriage release lever, and then we have line spacing, 1, 2, or triple space. And then we have two little doodads to release the platen. This one here, if you pull out, platen moves freely, so you can put it on the lines that you want on a form. This little doodad right here does the same thing. It moves freely. I think when you use this one, it remembers your click position. You also have the page gauge. We're not going to show it on this video, but if you look at our 1956 Silent Super review, it shows you how to use the page gauge so that as you're typing and the paper comes out, you know how far it is before you get to the end of the paper. And a little sliding paper guide here. That's pretty much it. That pretty much sums up the features on the Smith Corona. We're going to do, well, first we're going to show you the case, because that's one reason we did this video, was the really cool case that this came with. Then we'll do the type test. Okay, one of the reasons I was excited to get this machine when I saw it advertised was the case. Now these hard shell cases are called holiday cases, and they're made out of aluminum. They're made by Samsonite, and most of them that you see are this kind of light tan color. You see those pretty commonly. This has a really cool kind of chocolatey brown colored case. Cases are identical. The latches, the inside mechanisms are the same, but it has this really cool color. You just don't see the dark brown cases often, so that's one reason why I was very quick to reply when I saw this for sale. And on the holiday cases, whoa, it has this little contraption on the inside that holds the typewriter in place. If you want to come over here, Mr. Cameraman, we'll switch off the camera. And this whole contraption actually comes out of the machine if you want to use your typewriter for a suitcase and have typewriter-y smelling clothes. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but if you want to, you can. So to put the machine in the case, you just remember that slot? That slot goes in those hooks right there. You very gently slide it in and push down, and you'll see this little doodad here. Zoom in on the doodad. When you push it in and it clicks, you'll see it move. Click. Now the typewriter is secure in the case. You want to make sure to center it so that you don't crash down on the platen knobs. Latches nice and securely. These are my favorite cases. I love the holiday cases. I like the earlier style of holiday case compared to the little bit later ones. I love the way they look with this handle and the latch. I think it's just a really nice design. And then to get the typewriter out, you just push this little arrow in the direction that it's pointing, and it releases. And out comes the typewriter. Now, if you want to take this contraption out, there's a little lever right here. Push that and it releases the front, and then it just lifts these hooks come under and out. So you can use this to take on the road for a little suitcase. Your clothes will smell a little bit like a typewriter, so I'm not sure why anybody would actually want to do that, but they kind of promoted that in some of the advertisements. And then when you're done with your trip with your clothes, these two little hooks right here slide. I haven't cleaned the case, by the way, so ignore the dirt. These slide under like that, and then you push the lever in, and you'll see this is what holds it to the front. Just pushes down. Now it's locked in place. Now you're ready to put your typewriter in.
Now for a type test.
One thing I forgot, by the way, is this does have the quick release platen. And all you do is lift this paper bale up, this back cover tilts back, and then when you push this lever up, the platen comes right out, just like we showed you on the 56 version. And then also, it also has the, if you can come over here, the little centering lever right there. When you're ready to put it in the case, you push that, and then it stops dead center.
Now for a type test.
Now for the type test. Okay, paper support up. Paper in.
First, on the black setting,
Line lock. Push margin release to get to the margin.
then on the red setting,
These Smith Coronas are just amazing typers. I love the feel of the typing. These things are just typing machines. This is a test ribbon, but it's looking really good. Okay, let's do a quick alignment test. I haven't adjusted this yet. I haven't done any adjustments yet, so I might tweak that just a bit, but it's really close. Otherwise, it looks really good.
let's wrap it up with some pros and cons. Some pros include the cool gray and green color scheme, the classic styling and excellent durability, the fantastic typing action, and the really cool chocolate brown holiday case.
As far as the cons, we had a hard time thinking of any cons. This is just one of the best typewriters I think ever made. I guess there's a slight marring. You can barely see it in this light. You can see it a little bit right there where this return arm was bent down. It was starting to scratch the ribbon cover. I moved this back up. Other than that, this machine is just a classic. We love it. Okay, one last look at these cool holiday cases. Wait, what is this? Another cool holiday case in a different color? What's in here?
Nuh-uh-uh. That's for another episode. They'll have to wait and see.
That's all for now on Typewriter Minutes. Be sure to share, link, like, and subscribe. Bye!